what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rise. We're here in San Antonio, Texas for a very, very special media event for a Texas-sized truck. And this is it. This is the all-new, totally redesigned 2022 Toyota Tundra. Our particular one is an SR5 TRD sport trim. But before we dive into this, let's talk about what's going on here. The Tundra has been around since the year 2000. Why 2K? Kind of crazy that that's 22 years ago from this model year. Kind of crazy what has happened with the truck industry during that time period when it comes to usability, style, technology, power, and everything in between. Toyota has been a little bit behind the curve when it comes to refreshes and redesigns, but boy, has the wait been worth it with this all-new Tundra. Different trims to choose from. You could go work style still with an SR. Next up is the SR5. Of course, the Limited, the Platinum, that Western style motif, 1794 edition, and the one that everybody dreams about owning, that TRD Pro. But what I want to find out is, if you're going to go Tundra or new truck period, is this the way to buy it? With these particular options to get the most out of your hard-earned money, let's go ahead, let's dive into our 2022 Tundra SR5 and find out. Right off the bat, color. If I was gonna go Tundra, Lunar Rock fits it to a T. Absolutely love the style. Now, when we start at the front of the business, the great news is you go SR5, you're getting standard LED headlights. So right off the bat, that's a great reason to go with the SR5 trim. Having those LED headlights, everybody is gonna get fully functional corner air curtains on the side to help channel that air. And what I like about the SR5 trim is that you get a lot of body colored finish. So the lower bumpers, the fenders, everything is body colored finish, even around the outside of the grille. Now this particular one has a special package added too. It's called the TRD Sport Package. You could add a TRD Sport Package like we have here, or a TRD Off-Road Package. What does that mean? TRD Sport, the suspension has been specially sport tuned to give you a little bit better handling and steering on the paved roads, but you're also gonna get some TRD goodies. Starting up front, going TRD Sport the way that I would option it, you're gonna get this TRD specific grille. I like the satin black finish. You get a forward-facing camera, so important when you have a truck this size. And of course, that Tundra name, let me know what you think about the style. I'm telling you, Lunar Rock, I wish you were here in Texas with me. It really works on the front end of the business. Now, when we look at all the other trucks available, many of them have just straight lines. Everything is straight and just really, really squared off. This has actually a little bit lower hood and actually the Tundra sits a little bit lower on the chassis for better aerodynamics. I like the flow of the hood as everything goes towards the A-pillars. And so glad, like I said, the styles at this level of trim, even with those lower LED fog lamps. Very nice to see. Now, when we come around the bend, going the TRD Sport route, you're actually gonna get 20-inch wheels. This is another reason why I like the way this is optioned. Nice size, that TRD badge, nice bright red in the center. Love the satin finish. Even the way that they have that powder-coated silver finish to the 4-piston calipers. And then probably one of my favorite things about this Tundra, body-colored fender flares. So many vehicles, they go flat black and it kind of cheapens it. This, all color matched. And look at the strong, bold lines. They call this that technological muscle of a design, and it's really showing in this Tundra. Now, SR5, you're getting color matched mirror caps, so you don't have to worry about flat black plastic. We do have the turn signals, and we also have 360 degree cameras on our particular SR5. Nice flat roof. This is one of my favorite touches, that blacked out A-pillar, blacked out on the Tundra badge, color matched on the door handles, blacked out on the badging on the side, working our way towards the rear. Very, very clean graphics setup. Nice to have the TRD 4x4, and we got some special touches with that. I do like the way the exhaust just has a nice round cut, exiting on the driver's side, a little angled, and then we get to the rear, the tail end of the business. Probably my favorite taillights on any truck. So you're gonna get these LED taillights Like the way they kind of just waterfall down. Our blacked out 4x4 badge. They really cleaned up the tailgate by just stamping that Tundra name right in the back. Even the lower bumpers, I'm so glad they're color matched, the way they're integrated with your reverse lights. And of course, that trailering capability. And then watch this. Soft touch release. Nice bed liner already installed. You don't have to worry about getting that. They actually widen the bed a little bit. It is composite, carbon composite, aluminum reinforced. It's gonna last the test of time. And you got that power sliding rear glass window and tons of tie-down locations that you could put your dirt bikes, your go-kart, whatever you got in the back, load it up. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering our new Tundra. All right, guys, I know a lot of people are wondering, hey, is there a V8 underneath the hood? Unfortunately, or fortunately, there is no V8, but you'll see why. It's probably gonna be fortunately there's not a V8. We do have hydraulic hood struts. You do have 2 engine choices for 2022. Underneath the hood, we have the standard engine on this SR5. What are we looking at? We're looking at that 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. Now, when you're comparing this to the F-150 and other trucks, yeah, there's a lot of engine choices you have, but I don't know if more means better. Tasteful engine cover. Remember, this is a pre-production unit, but what we're looking at is definitely better. 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, 389 horsepower. Why is it better? It's 8 more horsepower than the naturally aspirated V8, 479 pound-feet of torque. Yes, that's more torque. Plus, we have an all-new 10-speed. We went from a 6-speed automatic to an all-new 10-speed automatic. The vehicle, when optioned properly, can tow 12,000 pounds and has a payload of 1,940 pounds. Now remember, you can get the iForce Max, which is gonna be same engine, but with a hybrid setup. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, on this particular one, what's the MPGs? We're talking about 4x4s. So you're looking at 17 in the city, 22 on the highway, 19 combined. If you just get a 4x2 with the iForce, it's 18 in the city, 23 on the highway, and 20 combined. We will wait and see what the MPGs are for the hybrid setup, but we are going to be taking this on throttle. But before we do, we need to hear this thing. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's fire up this new Tundra and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this 2022 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the TRD Sport Package. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, this truck does have the look. I'm really digging it. How much is it? Well, we are still waiting for pricing from Toyota. That's expected to come in a few weeks. Stay tuned here on Raiti's Rides. We'll be bringing it to you. And if you want all the details on all the touches of this truck, we do have the first review of this, which I'll leave at the end of this one. Make sure you watch it. But let's see what you're going to be getting for your hard-earned money when you go this trim route. To the door panels, I like the clean style. Don't forget, this is a pre-production. Some of the finishes are a little rough compared to what you're going to get in the dealership, but I like the way everything is smooth touch up top on the door panel. You got the Toyota name in the back corner, nice armrest. In that lower pocket area, you can easily put 2 different types of corn on the cob there. Do like maybe a nice sweet corn and a traditional yellow corn with extra butter, maybe a little bit of sour cream and some chive. And you got 2 bottles there where you could put some nice Diet Pepsi to wash it all down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, what I like about this trim is there's no gloss black really. You got the nice metallic flat silver, great pocket size for 2 Texas long hot dogs. And just so you know, a Texas hot dog is actually 15 inches long compared to your standard hot dog, which is usually around 10. So just a little bit of math information from me to you. Another thing that I would option on this particular SR5 is the all-new infotainment system. Standard is an 8-inch system. With 8 inches, you could, do plenty with, but with 14 inches, you're that much better. Love the way it's integrated. You got the ability to zoom in, super clear. Look at that. Tells you the drive, Marina Drive. We could go with the Baja Barbecue Shack. That sounds like a good time. Or you could just zoom out and see really what the whole area looks like where we're located. Very simple to use, very intuitive. Backup camera, look at the clarity. I could actually count how many rocks are right there in that area. That's how clean it is. 360-degree view. When you touch, you could zoom in, which is really great. Nice to have that capability. Look at this. Look at how you're able, look, find out if anybody's sleeping in the bed of your truck. Tell them to get the heck out before you beat them up. And then look, there's those TRD wheels, 20 inches. Nice to have all that flexibility of room and views, and then we get right back to where we're at. Put it back in the park, we're good to go. I love the dual climate, nice to have that. I also like the way they give you a special start-stop button when you go TRD Sport Package. Really, really nice to have that little extra touch. Heated seats, no ventilated seats. I'm okay with that because I know the price is gonna be right. What else is right is that we got more toggle switches and then a nice large area of storage space. So think about it. Growing up in the 80s, if you have some of those collectible toys, put your Transformers in here. You could fit Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Bumblebee. Keep them safe. Keep them close by you. It'll make you feel good. It actually has been proven that if you have some toys around from when you were a kid, it lowers your stress level and anxiety. Hey, that's what I like to bring from me to you. Shifter. Nice TRD badge, Toyota Racing Development for the 10-speed. This is the first ever Tundra to have that mode selector switch. And then I'm loving the center console area. Lots of storage capability. My favorite part is you open it up, you got USB-C, USB, and you can fit a football in here. Texas Longhorns, baby. Isn't that what they say? I don't know. I'm not a Texas Longhorn. Seats, nice durable cloth. I like the gray. It kind of lightens everything up. And the good news is you're going to get power electric for both passenger and driver, and I'm digging the massive panoramic sunroof, nice one-touch operation, and then on top of that, digital rear view mirror. These are the options that you want in your new truck. I promise you that. Coming over to the business end, I want to show you behind the wheel of this new Tundra. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel of the SR5 trim. Now, when you go TRD Sport, another reason why I like that trim option is that you're getting those aluminum pedals, brake pedal, and throttle. I am going to zonk that it's not an aluminum dead pedal. That would have been a nice touch. On the new Tundra, guess what? There's 151 different accessories, and about 51 of them are new for 2022. So you could add some extra goodies from your dealership right into your truck. You got your seat controls, easy to get to, 8-way adjustable. I got plenty of room. I love when you go TRD, you get the leather wrapped steering wheel, great size with some stitch work. They did a great job with the style. Manual tilting and telescoping, which is fine. And then I'm fine with the analog gauges. You got a 4.2-inch digital display in the center. Here's your different modes, 3 different modes. Keep it simple. First time on a Tundra, which is great. And then you got the reliability of those needles for the analog gauges. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna like this SR5 trim Tundra. All right, guys, back seat time in the SR5. And this is where there's some pluses and there's some zonks. And it's one of those things, obviously, if you want more amenities, you could get more amenities, but you're gonna have to spend more of the green, more of that money. But let's see what you're getting in the SR5. First of all, you're getting tons of room in the new Tundra, especially the back seat. I'm gonna zonk that there's no pocket for the rear seat passenger that sits behind the driver. Another thing I'm gonna zonk is where's my extra set of vents in the frame? These are the only AC vents back here for the rear seat passengers, and why are they angled? If you sit in the middle, you're not getting anything. Now, you do have 2 cup holders, and you do have a nice place for some pork rinds, but other than that, that's it. And I think the most disappointing thing for the SR5 trim, no connectivity. I'm hoping that that's just a pre-production thing, but they don't even give you 2 cans of cowboy soup and a piece of string or rope to talk to somebody. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I do have a nice large pocket here, you could easily put, I would say, two medium-sized trout. You know, there's some people out there on that lake fishing. Put 2 medium-sized trout in here. Just make sure they're probably not alive because they're going to be flapping around back here, which I don't know how you feel about that, but I got plenty of headroom, which is nice. No center armrest. So I guess what you do with your arms is just hug yourself while you're driving down the road. But the good news is we got under-seat storage, and what I'm thinking about is filling that one up with queso and this one up with some freaking tortilla chips and just going to town because I'm freaking hungry right now. But it's nice to have that storage. You could take my advice and put the queso in there, or maybe put some work boots or something, but that's not fun. Can't eat those. Seats go down nice, but you know what? It's that time. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in our V6 twin turbo Tundra. All right, guys, we're in this 2022 Toyota Tundra. This is that SR5 with the TRD Sport package going down this dirt road, and it's one of those things that behind the wheel, you feel really, really confident about the dimensions of this truck, which is nice. Being a half-ton, full-size pickup truck, I think for some people still, it's a little unnerving, and it's wonderful to have the ability to have good visual reference points. You got the digital rear view mirror and wonderful size side mirrors without them looking like surfboards, which is great. But as we continue down this dirt road, it really just shows, even with this being a pre-production, just how nice and secure the interior is. Not a lot of creaks and rattles, which is wonderful. And like I said, this is a pre-production unit, so that really is a big plus as well. Hey guys, pulling on the road, we're gonna go on throttle. Here we go. 10 speed drops down and we are off and running. Very, very smooth shifting from the 10-speed automatic. I'm gonna go ahead, since we're on pavement now, I'm gonna go ahead and put in sport mode. It actually tells you at the top of the infotainment system and also in that digital display on the dash. Really, really cool sound coming from underneath the hood with that twin turbo V6. And remember, Ford does make a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine for the F-150. Plus a plethora of other engines, but very, very smooth driving. The torque comes in super low, which is great too. I'm gonna come to a complete stop. Nobody's behind us, as you can see on the digital rearview mirror. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some on throttle from a dead stop here. On throttle, here we go. Chirping tires, a happy tire. I personally like the analog gauges, but also I am in love with the 12.3-inch digital display. But don't feel like you're getting any lesser of a truck by going with this layout. But if you can go with the 12.3, I think you're probably really going to enjoy that with all the information that it has all within your fingertips. Same thing with the infotainment system. Everything is well within reach, and these seats are ultra comfortable. All right, going around this long constant bend, you could really feel the work that they've done with the engineering to the chassis, to the suspension. And remember, when you go TRD Sport, you're gonna get a little bit sportier suspension. It's not just a sticker that they put on the truck. They actually go through different pieces of body you get that are different. The steering wheel, the whole 9 yards, plus the suspension is gonna be tuned for this TRD Sport SR5 Tundra, which is really nice. Nice to have that flexibility. They also have the TRD off-road package you could get as well. But not getting a lot of road noise, which is wonderful. A little bit of wind noise from the side mirrors, but that's to be expected on many, many trucks because of the size of those mirrors. And then the 20-inch wheels, comfortable, smooth ride. Good feedback. I'm telling you, I like the sounds of the turbos when you get on throttle a little bit. It makes a really, really cool sound. I'm actually digging that. It's probably hard for the GoPro to pick it up, but wait until you get behind the wheel of one of those. That actually putting a smile on my face. It makes me feel like I'm driving an 18, like a big old 18-wheeler, and that turbo spooling up. So kind of cool from that sense. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do this time is I took the shifter, I put it over to the left. That allows you to manually shift. There's no paddles on the back of the wheel. You hit up on the shifter to go up a gear, you pull back to go down a gear. We're gonna go on throttle. You have a small gear indicator in the lower left-hand corner, but here we go. On throttle. Nice. Little bit of delay from when I'm actually hitting the shifter forward to when the actual shifting is taking place. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is I don't like pushing forward to go up a gear. I like pulling back. That's the traditional way, pulling back on the shifter to go up a gear, pushing forward to go down a gear. But between the ups and the downshifts, it's actually fairly quickly. The upshifts are a little bit slower than the downshifts. And then it tells you when you can't go into first gear. You hear the beeping. I'm in second gear right now. On throttle, here we go. Ooh, nice. So you are getting that nice flexibility of being able to control that yourself, which is wonderful. All right, guys, going down the road here, once again, I can't say enough the improvements you feel behind the wheel from this generation compared to the previous generation. And I really think that the SR5, for people looking for that value price leader and getting the most for your money, really brings a lot to the table, especially with some of the amenities that are optioned into this one. Really allows this to be a standout truck that definitely feels like it's from the 21st century. But we are going to wrap this one up and get back to where it started. I hope this gave you a good feeling for what the Tundra's bringing for 2022. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a great day here in San Antonio, Texas. I definitely got to thank Josh, Zach, the whole Toyota team for allowing Raiti's Rides access to the all-new Tundra. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you like the way that this one is optioned? Would this be your perfect everyday fun truck, work truck, play truck, take somebody out on a date truck? Put it in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click that link in the description. Get yourself some Raiti's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera out here by the water. We've done it out in the hills, done some filming. In the desert, she's here making it happen. Show Lori some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.